Hello, I'm Tam the TamBoTC channel. I had to remake this video a couple times because I don't know how to word what I'm about to say, but I hope you understand. So I had to deal with different things on the channel, and I want to make this perfectly clear. So recently I had, of course, well, not too recent, but like a month or so ago, I had somebody who wanted to be friends with me. We knew each other for only a couple of weeks or whatever, and already uh, once again, if this is too much for you, this part, uh, feel free to leave the video, but or skip ahead or something. But they talked about suicide related stuff with a friend of theirs as well as themselves, and it just overwhelmed me. I tried to say whatever I could positive and helpful in the situation, and it just kind of I get overwhelmed easily, as well as stuff affects me in different ways that I wouldn't normally want or have. And then I had another situation where I was just talking about Ubisoft games. I used to love Ubisoft and stuff, talking about maybe playing Ghost Recon. And then they just mentioned a certain word, and I just kind of said, I like to be neutral on certain things and find a different path because I'm not political, and I never want to be. And I feel like, and they went on and on about their political points of view after I tried to be neutral with them, and I still continue to try to be neutral with them. Where I quoted that line from Batman with Alfred, where it's like things are always going to get worse before they get better, uh, and we're we're not we're not superheroes. We can't save everyone. Even heroes can't save everyone half the time or most of the time. But we try our best as we are only human. But even humans are imperfect in one way or another, whether we want to believe it or not. Just getting sick is an imperfection of us. Just getting old, the fact that we can get old and die, is an imperfection of us, of ours. So whether you see it that way or not, doesn't matter. And this person was quite argumentative and very aggressive and such with their point of view, and felt like it was coming at me like almost like an attack. And I still tried to stay neutral with them. So what I'm saying here is I want this to be a channel of fun, and if we're to talk about stuff, even if it's political, I want it within the boundaries of something fictional or whatever, rather than something real. And I know even some of the games I do play have real politics. Like I'm sure Tom Clancy games have that stuff, but still, keep that to a minimum, or to yourself, or between your friends who want to actually hear those discussions between one another. This is not the channel or place. There are other channels where they try to, they don't want that kind of stuff too. And if they try to keep their place a neutral, safe place where they want people to all feel comfortable, and I'm trying to do a similar thing. Um, and I try to approach things in a different way where everybody can have an understanding of what I think of things around us without getting too deep or political into things, or even using political stuff at all. Like, for example, I think a lot of media sucks because of the terrible writing and directing of stuff, or pacing, or there's greed within these industries, or maybe a lack of love for the source material or the fan base, or they have a pretentiousness behind them, or exploitation of certain things, whatever they may be, or people, whatever they may be, um, or whoever they may be. There's stuff like that where I'm staying more neutral, and it's more in a space where you can buy it either, probably from either side. Once you choose a side, it feels like you're battling someone either way. And I was talking about using Ghost Recon Wildlands and Breakpoint, and how they both have the same amount of negatives and positives as one another. I feel like even those sides have that same thing going on. Um, whether you believe it or not, I don't know. It's not an easy thing to approach, And I want to make it clear on the channel. I want this to be a channel of fun. I want, even when I'm talking to you, if I were to talk and interact with you in real life or on the channel, I want that to be something fun, or talking about interests you like that don't have to involve that stuff. So please, keep it to yourself. I feel like we get less aggression and less fighting amongst each other if we keep that out of everything here. This is a different channel from other channels. There are other channels for that stuff. This is not that channel, and I am not that person for that stuff. There are other people for that stuff too. So I am not that person. Please understand that. Please respect that, and we can all get along. Otherwise, I don't want to ban people, but if it gets out of hand, I might have to, because that would just be ridiculous. And I don't want to do that stuff. I don't want to come across either like, I'm sure somebody is going to be like, what are you, a dictator or something? No. I want to be a fun channel. I want to be a neutral channel. I don't need this kind of stress, these kind of things. And I know there are so many things going on in the world today, but there are places to, of course, deal with that. And when the time comes that I do have my own charities or whatever it may be that I'm involved in, you still want to keep it to yourself. You have the choice. You choose. I don't know what else to say. This is the hardest thing to even talk about, honestly, for me. But I need to make it clear, because once it starts happening and once I have it happen, I don't want it to keep going. I want it to stop, and I want you to understand that from every perspective possible. I'm sorry, I don't want it to come across in any way you're going to hate or whatever. If I fight against certain things, it's going to be against, like, for example, the recent Ubisoft stuff I did. That's the kind of stuff I would fight against, like microtransactions, monetization. And I know I'm also part of the problem in some of those, and I try not to be. I'm sure all of us have dabbled in some of those stupid things. Once again, not everybody's perfect, and some do it more than others. And I try my best, and sometimes I just get that stuff for the channel and for the stuff I'm trying to do. Like, for example, Spider-Man month, I'm trying to have certain Spider-Man related stuff that I can use. And I'm finding it hard. I actually was playing Roblox recently, that mode that I used for Superman, and apparently the Spider-Man skin has been ruined because the mask is just a gray face. It just reminds me of the chameleon wearing a Spider-Man costume. So now that's kind of off the board right now, unless I find something else Spider-Man related there. But otherwise, yeah, I just want to keep that stuff to a minimum or just out completely, because I don't know, with what I had to see and witness myself recently, it just got out of hand. And they said one word after they were done with everything they were talking, and that was, it's insanity. And I feel like the same thing can be contributed to what just happened because they went so insanely into what they were talking about and so aggressively that it also, and it reminds me of the internet, just people fighting amongst each other. It's like a big freaking war. So it's a different type of insanity. So I just don't want that kind of, I don't want that kind of insanity on this channel. If I'm going to have insanity on this channel, it's going to be Batman villains. But yeah, I just want to let you know that, guys, and guys, girls, whomever in the world. Yeah, I don't know what else to contribute. I don't know what else to say. I hope you can understand and respect that, or see my point of view. You can always leave or have nothing to do with the channel, as long as you aren't harassing or using that to be a bully or anything. I definitely don't accept that stuff, and that stuff already makes you in the wrong if you're going to use it to bully someone. If you want to use that stuff in any situation, it has to be something where you're actually constructively saying that stuff. But since I'm saying you probably shouldn't after the stuff I had to deal with. Probably best you don't. You just don't. Both sides. Doesn't matter. All the sides. Just, yeah. Whatever it may be. We want to have fun here. We want to goof around, be silly, talk about memes, you know, that, whatever. The Gen Z, no. Cringe. I don't know. I mean, you could say that there are that stuff within, like, memes and cringe and all that, of course. But as long as, like, I would rather it be more for something that's fun rather than something to attack or aggressive or to be opinionated about or to push or shove, whatever it may be. I don't know how else to say it. This is the best I can say it. And by the way, we didn't get to meet Vivek last time, so we're meeting him this time. So prepare yourselves. Ta-da! Isn't he beautiful?
This is the person who helped me at the tomb, my lord.
Lord Vivek, we don't need the help of this.
Me and Garrus want to take our picture with him. Piss off. We want him in our thumbnail.
This one intrigues me.
Okay, you know, Garrus, it's kind of hard when you're just. There we go. That's good enough. Piss off, old man. Anyways, if you found something interesting, constructive, whatever it may be, please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and leave your comments below. I just want to make this clear because I felt like after that one situation, and then of course the other situation I had to deal with, I want to make it perfectly clear for the channel and make this a real big deal of a video. So I hope that's clear. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to contribute. That's as much as I can go, and I even know that there are going to be people that are upset at me. I don't know what else to say. I want to be a neutral person. If I'm going to talk about things, it's the similar things that I talked about with the Ubisoft thing recently. So, other than that, yeah. You have a great day nonetheless, or night, depending on where you are in the world and what your time zone is. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.